Well, today my parcel finally arrived from England, and I'm just showing you beside my counter how big this is. This is kind of scary to me. It's a way bigger box than I thought it was going to be. Oh gosh. For those of you that might not have watched my original video, my friend in England, Kevin, is going to be also restoring a dollhouse that's exactly the same model, and we're going to be working on it in tandem. A cross Atlantic renovation. Well, I shouldn't say renovation, restoration. That's the better word. So, both of the houses have problems. Mine, I think, is in a little bit worse shape than the one that he's going to be working on, but each of them have unique and different problems to them. So I think the interior of his is more of a clean slate than what mine is, but let's open this up and see what it looks like. So I am voiceover dubbing because I was like, I was cursing while I was trying to get it out of the box, I have to admit. But now I've got it out of the box. I'm just taking the bubble wrap. And I have to say, Kevin, you did a wonderful job of packaging it. Customs did open it up. They opened both of the boxes. They seen that it was a dollhouse that was wrapped up, and they didn't go any further with it. So as you can see, it's kind of what I would like to say as farm fresh. It came complete with all the dust out of the attic that it came out of. And we do have some information in future videos during this restoration of the family that originally owned this house and the story behind my particular house. So the family that owned this particular house are aware that it's been sent to Canada, and they're aware that we're going to be doing this restoration project together. So you can see here I've got the original attic window complete with the blinds and the original lace. That's so cool. And the square windows, which are very unusual. And so they depict that it would be a much earlier house. The front door is missing, and as you can see, this window frame has to be recreated for the missing one that's on the right. So I'm not at all scared of that part of it. I'm actually looking forward to bringing it back to its original condition. So I'm just removing the front of the house. I'll show you, it's supposed to have hinges, and the hinges are still there. However, as you can see, the wood is broken. And so it's off the hinges, and there are pieces of wood that are missing on the left-hand side that I'm going to have to repair. None of this is too daunting to me. I'm not scared of it at all. And I can't wait to see what it's going to look like when it's all done. So there is paper over this entire door. I do have one original door hinge, only one, unfortunately. And you can see here that's where the window panes or the panes of glass will have to go in. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. You can see in the front of the base there's two holes that have been drilled. I suspect that would have been for the lighting system that was put in after the fact. There is wires in the back of the house, which I will be tearing off, and I'm not even going to video it. It appears that this bottom room might have some original wallpaper underneath this. You can see there, that might be the original wallpaper underneath. The top floor, it appears there is no paper underneath that. So by the looks of it, this house was probably wallpapered in the 1950s or 60s, and renovated during that time period. And yeah, until I steam it off, I don't want to just go tearing at it. until I steam it off, I won't know if the original papers are underneath or not. I suspect that it was probably painted over, but we'll see. Now you can see in the background there that purple might be the original wallpaper, but I'm not sure. It does have the typical lines flooring, which looks like a parquet flooring in this particular room on the bottom right. And there is no original paper underneath that green paper. And you can see the way the green paper was put in pieces and not evenly, so that green paper is definitely, absolutely not original. Although I think it's kind of pretty. Out of all the rooms, that's the paper that I like the best. But it's unfortunate that I don't have all four of the original fireplaces. But I do have one, so I'm happy with that. I believe that I won't have much trouble recreating fireplaces. Done it before, and I can do it again. So I'm not sure if I will keep that original fireplace in the top floor. I might move it down to the bottom floor, which I'm planning to use as a parlor. And here are the chimney pots, and isn't that neat? See how that's all put together. And if you look around the side of it, see that paper right there? That is the original paper that should be on the sides of the house. And I do know that Kevin has been kind enough to give me some paper that I can use to recreate that. So, and the roof, as you can see, is gray. It's not supposed to be gray. That was done after the fact. The roof would have had red papers on it. And this is some furniture that came with the house when he purchased it. And I will incorporate these little pieces into the mix. I just think that they belong with the house. They've probably been with the house for the last 60 or 70 years, and it would be a real shame to not keep them with the house. So there's a little, what appears to be a doll toy little dresser with a mirror, and then a second little chair. And flipping the cardboard over, it says it's a cigarette package. So they made that from a cigarette package. Oh, that's kind of neat. So some little girl probably sewed that little red chair together, if you can see how big the stitches are. And Kevin also sent me a book about the story of the place where he grew up, and it's got a bunch of information in it, which I'm going to have fun reading. And then also in this house is, I gotta figure out how did he jam this in here. So I don't want to damage the dollhouse at all, so I'm being really, really careful. And in the background, my husband's saying, push the right side down, and yeah, there you go. So yeah, he had to show me how to do that. Okay, so inside of this little tube is some papers that I'm going to be able to use in order to do the restoration. So that is the roof paper, as you can see. So that is the correct roof paper. And then he's also sent me some little pieces of other wallpapers that might come in handy. The other piece that I'm very much interested in seeing is the brick. And if you look at that brick, that is exactly correct. So although it's much brighter, of course, but it is correct. So if you match that up to what's on the chimney, that's exactly what I need in order to restore the around the chimney, as well as the right and left sides. And then those long strips, I kind of passed by that way too fast. Those long strips are actually what you use to cap the roof with. So I've got everything that I need here in order to restore the exterior. Just going to have to put in quite a bit of elbow grease. So as you can see, she is much bigger than what I'm used to. This is my first 1/12 scale dollhouse in a lot of years. I stopped doing 1/12 scale, but I think I have to make an exception for this lovely house. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. It's free. And it really does help my channel grow. It also helps when you hit that like button and leave comments below. So this particular video is part 1 of the restoration project. And I will be getting Kevin to join us on future videos as he actually unboxes and talks about his dollhouse that he has that's exactly the same style as mine. So it's a number 37, although we feel that it's probably earlier because of the windows. So yeah, so there's lots to discuss here, and this is going to be quite the restoration project, I have a feeling. I can't wait to take you along on mine and Kevin's journey. Once again, everyone, have the best day ever.